Located at 425 Heinemann Bypass. Call the Heinemann Pharmacy at 785-0513.
Come right to the source and get the region's best basketball coverage. HT24 puts you right in the middle of the action, and it's free to watch on Facebook. Watch the state's most exciting basketball right here with HT24.
In Kentucky, we understand what matters: family, friends, community. But sometimes we hurt. At Mountain Comprehensive Care Center, we believe in hope, and Mountain's behavioral health professionals want to be there for you every step of the way. Together, we can overcome the challenges of depression, PTSD, addiction, and so much more. With behavioral health centers throughout Kentucky, your story of recovery begins at Mountain Comprehensive Care Center.
In today's world, staying connected is more important than ever. We're not just here to sell you a plan or a phone. We're here to serve you because we live and work right here in the communities we call home. At Appalachian Wireless, you're not just another customer. You're our neighbor, a friend, and a part of our family. We're here to keep you connected to what matters most. Because we are you. We are Appalachian Wireless.
Harmonic presents the Boys 14th Region Tournament on HT24.
Welcome back now after the post-game show, and congratulations once again to Coach Creech and the Wolfe County Wolves as they will advance to the second semifinal on Saturday at 3 o'clock. First semifinal will be at 1, or generally around 3 o'clock. It'll be 30 minutes after. Breathitt County will face Powell County at 1 o'clock, and of course, that will be in the afternoon, 1 and 3, and then the girls' championship will be at 7. Of course, when you're looking at it too, Friday night the semifinals will be at the girls over at the Memorial Gymnasium in Hazard. It will be Letcher Central going against Hazard, and immediately after that it will be Breathitt County in Knott County Central. So we're about to fill out, after this game between Hazard and Knott County Central, we're about to fill out the final 4 teams of the girls and boys in the 14th region.
Well, Manus, I said the first game we had, Breathitt and Perry, I was like, man, great game. Can we top it? The next game, Jenkins and Powell, overtime, great game. Can we top it? This game, double overtime. So what in the world's going to happen with the Knott Hazard game?
Triple overtime.
Wow.
So, as we get into this next matchup, and you've got Knott County Central and Coach Huff going up against Hazard and Coach Holland. They faced each other 2 times, one time in the All-A at Lee County and the second time at Hazard, and we did that game.
Yes.
And both Knott County Central had a little bit of difficulty in shooting the basketball, but most importantly, it was the rebounding of the Hazard Bulldogs that ultimately, between Evan Everso and those people, that Tucker Johnson played a really good game in that time. So I think as we look to that and talk about keys to the game and what each one of these 2 teams need to do, Jim, I think it revolves around rebounding.
Yeah, both teams very defensive-minded. Both teams prefer the game to be a low-scoring affair. Early on I thought, Knott County would be the one team in the region because of their length that could match up well against Hazard. And, both times the time we watched them play, Knott had a very difficult time scoring against Hazard. So, like you said, all things considered, rebounding is going to play a huge role in this game.
And I think a lot of that will go around Braxton Reed. I think Braxton Reed's going to be matching up a whole lot if he starts out. He's going to be starting out against Evan Everso, and, you know, he's got to hold his own on the defensive end and on the defensive boards. And, you know, you got Chance Ambergy for Knott County Central. He's going to be that slasher. He's also developed that outside three, and after he makes one or two, it opens up the floor for him to do some other things.
Well, for Knott County to be successful tonight, one, they've got to rebound, and two, they've got to have either Connor Napier or Osborne or Sloan help share the scoring load with Chance. And, you know, we talked about matching up with Everso. We've had Hazard a lot this year, and one thing I can say consistently, nobody can guard Everso with one person.
It's really tough, and, you know, you got to have strength and athleticism, and it's, you know, Everso can knock down the three, but most time his face up 15 to 18 foot was back to the basket, and then you can't foul him because he's going to make the free throw.
You know, and that's been the quandary all year as Hazard's ran the table in the region. You know, do you take the chance? Do you double on him? The thing about doubling on Hazard is they have 4 very good scorers outside of Everso. I mean, you got to pick your poison.
And Everso's a good passer, so you got Nick Ratliff and you got Dalton Combs who's stationed and looking to take that three. And then, of course, we never even mentioned Seth Cottle,
Yes.
who, as David says, we've got to make sure that you get him. And when we come back, we're going to talk a little bit more, and we'll have the starting lineups between Hazard and Knott County Central in this second game of the night. So stay with us here on WYMT and Hometown 24.
For over 25 years, we fought for Kentuckians injured through no fault of their own. During that time, we've traveled all across the country to take that fight to some of the biggest insurance carriers and corporations in the world. That kind of dedication is what's needed to get every dollar you deserve. If you've been injured in a motor vehicle collision caused by someone else's fault, call Bates & Sloan right now and let us fight for you. The first consultation is free, and the attorney you see that first day will be the same attorney you see from the beginning of your case to the end. That's our promise to you at Bates & Sloan.
Nestled in the mountains of Appalachia, along the Purpose Road, is a hidden gem, Alice Lloyd College. For 100 years, ALC has been providing opportunities.
Opportunity to learn from the best.
Opportunity to work for my education.
Opportunity to serve my community.
Opportunity to become a leader.
Opportunity to find my life's purpose.
Apply now to find your purpose at Alice Lloyd College.
We have determined that you have early onset Alzheimer's disease.
Why me? How could I have prevented this?
Research shows that reducing stress levels, not partaking in substance abuse, and being aware of safety measures are a few ways to prevent it.
So how quickly can this progress?
There's no definitive timeline. Everyone is different.
TVS has made a commitment to bringing you the best channel lineups and most diverse video packages available. We are proud to introduce Broadband TV, our newest and most affordable video package yet. 48 of the most watched channels we offer, some new channels only available with this package, and over 300 of the best free ad-supported channels available, all for only $29.95.
Once again, welcome back to WYMT, and Hometown 24 is the starting lineups getting ready to be started. But once again, officials are from the 13th region. The home team on the scoreboard will be the Knott County Central Patriots, and the away team will be the Hazard Bulldogs. Hazard Bulldogs, the 54th district champion, winners of 8 in a row since being defeated by Danville Christian in the semifinals of the All-A State Tournament in Owensboro. They are 27-2, 19-0 in the region. And first of all will be number 13, junior guard Seth Cottle, 13.8. Number 4, senior forward Nick Ratliff, averaging 7.0. Number 5, Senior forward Evan Sean Eversole, 19 points a game. Number 2, junior guard Dalton Combs, averaging 10.1. And number 22, junior center Tucker Johnson, averaging 5.5. And the Bulldogs coach by Mr. Al Holland. Now for the home team on the scoreboard, the Knott County Central Patriots, runners up in the 53rd, 19-11 on the season, coached by Mr. Casey Huff. Number 1, senior guard Drake Sloan, averaging 9.8. Number 11, junior forward Chance Ambergy, averaging 13.2. Double alt, junior forward Taylon Osborne, averaging 8.6. Number 2, junior forward Jaden Hall, averaging 3.6. And number 5, senior center Braxton Reed, averaging 4.9. And once again, the Patriots, coached by Casey Huff.
You know, Hall's going to have an important role tonight. He usually doesn't look to score. Tonight, he's going to have to present himself as a viable scoring option for the Patriots.
Yeah, and you know, he in the championship game against Jenkins, he knocked down some shots. You know, they were presented to him, and he knocked them down. So we'll see how that plays out. And once again, thank you for tuning in. Double quick 14th Region boys. And we're expecting another outstanding basketball game in the first round. And Reed gets the tip back to Ambergy, and Sloan will go against the man-to-man of Hazard. Goes into Reed. Reed powers it up and puts it in. Nice start by the Patriots.
Nice opening play, and I'm sure that was scripted from the get-go, and a good job getting the ball down inside to Reed and let him put it up with the strong finish.
Man-to-man by the Patriots. Goes into Cottle, being guarded by Osborne. Osborne with good enough size to give Cottle a little bit of trouble. Cottle gives it up to Dalton Combs, being guarded by Sloan. Evan through the lane and puts it in.
Evan Eversole doing whatever Eversole does. I mean, he's such an efficient scorer.
And, you know, he does it in such a methodical way that he takes his time to get to where he needs to get on the floor. Sloan into the lane, backs it out, being guarded by Combs. Gives it up to Osborne. 3. It goes.
Wow, that's huge for Knott Central.
And it's 2 for 2. And, you know, we've said it numerous times, and I know to ad nauseum for our listeners, but they've just got to knock down shots. Goes into Cottle. Cottle didn't have it. Kicks to Tucker Johnson. Johnson calls out the play. Cottle spin switch by Sloan. Eversole 3 doesn't go. Rebound's going to come down to Ratliff, and he puts it in.
And, you know, you talked about rebounding, and right there is a prime example. Even though Ratliff plays the guard, incredible leaping ability.
And good length to him. So, got to box out if you're the Patriots. Sloan into the lane. Kicker to Osborne. Can it be 2 in a row? And it is.
Oh.
Osborne got to be careful about making signals toward the players.
That's usually in NCAA, that's automatic technical.
Oh, yeah. But 2 nice shots by Osborne. Cottle with the basketball. Goes into the lane. And it's going to be a walk on Cottle as Osborne plays the good D on him.
You know, Knott County, you know, coming down as a loser out of the 53rd, but, you know, very capable of knocking somebody off here and playing on their home floor.
Well, you know, they're 15-6 in the region, and 2 of those losses came to the Bulldogs. So someone you probably didn't want to, and on being on their home floor, you probably didn't want to draw. Osborne going into the lane, goes up, misses it, gets his own rebound, puts it in. Osborne with 8. And I think we're going to have a timeout as Nick Ratliff, no, it's not a official timeout. It's a injury timeout on Ratliff as he got hit underneath the chin or the mouth. And Trace Kincaid will come in off the bench for the Bulldogs. And once again, probably an NCAA play, we'd be having a pause right there. Last time I'm going to mention that tonight.
I don't know, man. That's kind of contentious for you.
10-4. Knott County with a good start to the first quarter. Goes into Everso one-on-one against Reed. Banks it in.
A little Kevin McHale right there with the step-back bank shot.
I was going to call it Jack Sickna, but that sounds good too. 4 points for Everso.
See if they go to Osborne again. He's got a little more height.
Kincaid guarding Osborne. Osborne into the lane. He walked, and he drugged that back pivot foot. And that will be a turnover on the Patriots. For 19, 10-6. Patriots, as Cottle will bring it up. Kincaid, a very important asset to the Bulldogs coming off the bench. Nice shooter and plays with a great deal of confidence. Everso going against Reed. Reed bodies him up. Combs, 3, doesn't go. Reed with the rebound. Outlet to Sloan. Doesn't have the numbers. He will back it up. Huff, Coach Huff with the call.
Yeah, Knott County usually very deliberate on the offensive end.
Running their motion offense.
Nice
Reed
pass.
wide open, and he will put it in. And he is fouled by Johnson. And Reed quickly has almost his average.
Well, great job of Drake Sloan right there. You know, he presented himself in a triple threat position, kind of give not really a total head fake, but enough to draw the defense out and finds the open man for the easy bucket.
And a nice entry pass leading him to the basketball goal. Reed, 31% on the season, misses the free throw. Failed to mention that Connor Napier came in for the Patriots. Combs has the avenue, gives it up to Everso, left hand, puts it in.
Yeah, when Everso catches the ball that low, really you can't stop him.
Just got to foul him. And I don't know if you can power through it or strong, but now Reed is a very strong player for the Patriots. Everso with 6. Running the split the post. Reed gives it up to Sloan.
I like that, though, enough that he took a couple of dribbles to help collapse the defense a little bit.
Well, and after you make 2 baskets, you have to take it. And Sloan with a left hand off the board.
Down in the tall timbers.
You know, going back to Reed, you know, when you become you get offensively, and I'm saying that as Combs shoots the 3, it doesn't go. Reed with a rebound. Reed having a big first quarter for the Patriots. And it's
pick and roll, and it was deflected.
Combs goes up. He's fouled by Sloan. Sloan's first, and that is the team's first. That was seeing Combs, who is an outstanding free throw shooter at 86%. Knocks the first down.
Combs missed 2 threes already.
And, you know, they've been good looks.
Yes, they have, and he's a very efficient three-point shooter.
Second one up, good.
And sometimes just hitting a couple of free throws help you find your rhythm.
14-10 as we get closer to the 2-minute mark. First quarter. Thanks for being with us. Thanks to the administration of Knott County Central, Superintendent Kahn, Principal Bobby Pollard, and it's going to be off for Napier. Rebound comes down to Combs. Middle of the floor. Nobody stops him, gives it up. Was it deflected? No, it was not, and that will be turnover, Hazard.
And that's a good look, just a little out of his reach.
And thanks to Athletic Director Justin Amberge as well. Drake Sloan coming off the double staggered screen. Nobody rose. Amberge into the lane. First shot of the night.
Tough
and he
shot.
is fouled on the way up. Yes, they will give him 2.
Is that on Tucker Johnson?
No. It looks like it's Seth Caudill will pick up the foul. And Amberge will go to the line, 64%, and he will be the 4th Patriot to get in the scoring column, which bodes well for the Patriots, having a little bit of scoring across the board, and he will make the 2nd as well. One of the things we talked about in the district championship, as a team, they do not shoot the free throws very well.
Nice
Gives it
pass.
up to Johnson, puts it in.
Just
On the
another
double.
reason, I mean, Johnson got the bucket, but that's Evan Everso all the way.
All the way. 16-12 as we near the 1 minute mark in the first quarter.
They tried to help out, and when you help out, he is so good at seeing the open man and making a very proficient pass.
Napier thought about it for a second, being guarded by Kincaid.
Yeah, they really need Napier to get hot.
Goes to Hall. Hall was looking up at the clock. A lot of times, a lot of the kids, the time is above the backboard here at Knott County Central. Running the old flex cut. Trying to run down a little clock as we near the end of the first quarter. And it's going to be deflected and stolen. Everso will go in. And, almost rode out. Everso with 8.
Everso may be one of the most fundamentally sound players that I've seen in a long time.
Hall with the ball. It goes down to 3 seconds. He gets it off. It doesn't go. Will he get it off? No. And that will end the first quarter. And the Knott County Central Patriots lead 16-14 after 1. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Great communities attract talented people to live, work, and raise their families. We're committed to delivering future-proof broadband so our friends, families, and neighbors can live rich lives in smart rural communities across America. Your community is our community. We're your rural broadband partners. You do great things. We make great things possible.
My name is Emily, and I'm from Laurel County. When I was searching for a college, I wanted to find a place that felt like home and where I could make a difference. The moment I stepped on Alice Lloyd's campus, I knew this was where I belonged. There's a sense of community here and a focus on serving others that you can't find at other colleges. For me, it wasn't just about continuing education. It was about being a part of something bigger. Apply now to find your home at alc.edu.
Welcome back to Knott County Central in the first round of the Double Quick 14th Region Boys Basketball Tournament. Minus Blair with Jim McCauley. David Adams a little bit under the weather watching it. And David, you're watching. I hope you're doing better, guy.
Yeah, we
missed one good game, and this is turning out to be a good game as well, as Hazard will have the basketball as we start the second quarter. Ridge Beverly in for Hazard. Michael Gibson in for Knott County Central, and that's going to be a 5-second call. And that 5-second call will result in a turnover for Hazard.
Very unusual for Hazard to make that error.
Nice to see Michael Gibson back out on the floor for the Patriots, as he's been out quite some time. The weave going for the Patriots. Goes to Osborne, kind of loses control of the basketball. Trying to open up lanes for the active dribble. Amberge gives it up to Gibson.
Look for Osborne to try to take him off the dribble here.
And he does, and
hits his foot and goes out of bounds.
And that's going to be a turnover. Knott County Central still in the man-to-man. And Beverly will shoot the 18-footer, misses it. Rebound to Ambergy. Connor Napier with a fake, but good defense by Dalton Combs.
Yeah, Hazard very solid on the defensive end. Ooh.
Hazard Bulldog fans wanting a walk on Osborne. Didn't have control of it. Gibson picks up his dribble, gets it back out. Knott County Central turning the offense from side to side, running clock, trying to get a good shot.
Yeah, nobody bit. There it is.
And Sloan, it's off, but rebounded by Ambergy. Kicker to Gibson. And they'll reset again. Chance Ambergy three. Got it.
Ambergy playing with a lot of emotion right now.
Give him 5. Lead goes out to 19-14 Patriots. Ridge Beverly not being guarded by Drake Sloan, backing up into the lane. Osborne overplaying Seth Cottle from the guard to forward pass. Coach Holland with a different offensive call. Beverly, 18-footer, misses it. Osborne with a rebound.
And Drake Sloan not really respecting his shooting ability.
Sloan three, good.
But on the other end, Sloan dials it up from long distance.
Biggest lead for the Patriots, 22-14, 5:20 in the second quarter.
Yeah, let's see how quick they come back and go to Everso right here.
Everso three, it's off. Rebound is going to come to Drake Sloan. He dribbles and loses control. Tucker Johnson goes flying in, and that's going to be a held ball, and it will go to Knott County Central.
You know, Hazard, Knott County's got to be very content with those guys taking those three-point shots right there instead of going inside.
Oh, yeah. Hall will be back in, and Reed comes back in after a break. Also, Kincaid back in for the Bulldogs.
You know, Ratliff not been back in the game since taking that shot to the chops.
No, and I cannot see down on the end of the bench. And it's going to be knocked away as Reed tried to get the ball on the baseline to Hall. The pace has slowed pretty dramatically here in the second quarter. Ball goes and Hazard in the 2-3 zone after the ball was inbounded on the baseline. Sloan to Osborne, three, and it's off. Rebound comes down to Johnson. And, of course, that's what the 2-1-2 is made for. Cottle goes in, and he's going to be fouled, and the ball will be on the baseline, and that's going to be on Osborne, and that's going to be his first. You know, the last 7 times that Knott Central and Hazard have played in the region, Knott Central has won 6 out of 7. Wow. I did not, in my research today, I saw that. That's saying something. Everso, kicker to Cottle, three, doesn't go. Kincaid there,
nice follow.
Doesn't get it. Everso.
Yeah, they're going to call it on the floor.
And that's on Reed, I believe.
Yes.
And it is. That's going to be on Reed, and that will be his first. Everso inbounded at 22-14.
You know, Hazard right now settling for those outside shots.
And it's through the legs of Everso. Open for just a wee bit. Combs trying to go with a bounce pass. Hazard back to man. Osborne going against Kincaid. Sloan had Reed for just a second. Couldn't get through on the passing lane. Hall into the gap. Gives it up to Drake Sloan. He will back it out, and there's going to be a 30-second timeout. Knott County Central just not getting into what they needed to get.
You know, Hazard's doing such a good job of keeping anybody out of the, in between the paint there. Not being super aggressive with cuts right now.
And, too, they're automatically switching either on a screen or a cross. And that time, even Everso was on Drake Sloan that time. And, Hazard's not giving them that lane or that opportunity to take the dribble and get into the lane for either the kicker or try to score going to the basket. The ball will be placed in on the sideline by the Patriots after the timeout. Let's see what Coach Huff came up with in the 30-second timeout. Osborne presents himself back to Ambergy. Gives it to Hall. Into Reed, goes against Everso, up, misses it. Everso with the rebound, and there's going to be a foul call, and I believe that was on Ambergy, and it is Ambergy, and he will pick up his first. And that is the third team foul on the Patriots. As we close to the 3-minute mark, 22-14.
Hazard been very, very, they've settled for a lot of not high-quality shots here in the last 6 minutes of the game. And
usually when that occurs, Coach Holland goes to the flex, and that's what he did. Get a little bit more player movement and try to find some avenues. Almost thrown away. And it's going to be a walk on Caudle right in front of Coach Holland. Coach Holland doesn't say anything.
Yeah, several turnovers already committed by the Bulldogs, and it's very uncharacteristic of their team.
Very much so. Got to give credit for the Patriots putting a little bit of pressure defense as Chance Ambergy and Seth Cottle's talking about it over there in the deep right corner.
And, that's one thing the Patriots have prided themselves on this year is a very tough defensive-minded team.
And they are. Both teams value the basketball. And, just like you said, as Osborne shoots the 16-footer, doesn't go. But there's Reed. Kicks it to Hall, to Sloan. Osborne wide open three, and it's off. Rebound's going to come down to Tucker Johnson. And he is fouled by Hall. And that's going to be the fourth team foul for the Patriots. So for the next 12, any fouls committed by the Patriots will result in 2 foul shots by Hazard. Yeah, uncharacteristic turnovers by the Bulldogs. Combs with a back cut, but nothing there. Trying to isolate Everso against Reed. He's into the lane, nobody there, and he lays it in.
Well, that's not going to make Coach Huff happy.
And that's the first basket for the Bulldogs in the second quarter.
Wow.
10 points for Everso. Osborne hand check.
Yep.
Hand check by Kincaid. And that's his first. And that's the first team foul on the Bulldogs. Ambergy to throw it in to Hall.
Knott County very complacent, just take their time.
They're just content to just run a little clock, try to get the good shot. Hazard switches out of that zone. Backdoor by Sloan. Reverse.
Wow.
Good. Wow, what a shot.
Hollywood Drake Sloan comes in with an up and under. Reverse
English.
And he uses the masse to put the ball through the rack.
Oh, that was a shot. Ever so to Combs. Combs open avenue. Goes in. Blocked by Reed. Sloan with a rebound. Reed way up to make that block, and it's going to be deflected. Try to look up the floor, and Cottle knocks it out of bounds, but Reed goes way up to protect the rim. 38.3 seconds, and I don't think Knott County will shoot another shot until they need to. And when I say that, Coach Huff says 1.
I'm still in awe of that last move by Drake Sloan.
Shortest
guy on the floor, and he goes in.
That's all he could do, and that's why you use the rim to protect yourself going on the opposite side. Hall with the basketball as we go under 15 seconds. Patriots up 8. Looking to go up for their biggest lead if they can convert here in the last bit. And that's going to be a moving screen on Reed. And that's going to be his second. 7.2 on the clock.
Did you go ahead and take Reed out right here so he doesn't pick up a third one?
I think they're talking with the staff, and I think they've decided to do that. No, it's not going to be Reed. It's going to be Sloan that goes out. And looks like Everso is going to get the basketball, and he's going to come with it 6. 5, 4, 3. It's isolation. He goes up, and he is fouled, and that's 3 on Reed. So you had a clear out with all 4 of the Bulldogs on this side going against Reed with 0.8. Reed picks up his 3rd foul, and that will send Everso for his first 2 free throws of the night.
Yeah, I was really concerned that he would pick up his 3rd foul right there.
And Gibson will come in for Reed now. Everso misses that first one. He's a 70% free throw shooter on the season. 0.8, don't think you can get anything away, but you never know. And the second one's no good as well. Ambergy will get it, won't count. And as we go to the half, the Knott County Central Patriots lead the Hazard Bulldogs 24-16. So stay with us for the Man Toyota.
For over 100 years, the Bank of Hyman has been committed to serving our community and serving the future of our families, homes, and businesses. With our new convenient online banking, viewing your account balance and history, transferring money, and paying bills has never been easier or more secure. And with the construction of our new headquarters, we've renewed our promise to Hyman to stand by our customers even in troubling economic times, because we're not just your bank, we're your neighbors. That's the Bank of Hyman. Log on to www.bankofhyman.com or give us a call at 606-785-3158.
What keeps you going? Your love for the game? Your teammates? A victory? At ARH Orthopedics, our goal is to keep you pain-free so your body can keep going. There's no time for discomfort in your joints or ligaments caused by an injury. ARH Orthopedic providers specialize in treatment plans, from non-surgical and surgical options, so your care is entirely centered around you. Visit arh.org/ortho to find an orthopedic provider near you. ARH, more for Appalachia.
No matter what town or community you live in, there's a Tim Short dealership nearby. That's because our family of dealerships are dedicated to serving the folks throughout Eastern Kentucky. Our employees are your friends and neighbors, helping to support the local economy and provide safe and affordable transportation to everyone that shops the family of Tim Short dealerships. Our entire inventory can be found with the click of a button at timshortautogroup.com. Visit us online and join the thousands of customers that took the short drive to satisfaction today.
Hi, I'm attorney David Johnson. You may recognize me from some of our other ads, but injuries from an auto accident are no joking matter. With over 25 years of experience, our offices have the resources and expertise to go head-to-head with big insurance. While most of our cases get resolved without going to court, trust me, they know if the attorney you choose will take it this far. Either way, our clients get paid. So for all your legal needs, get the pros on your side.
Welcome back to the campus of Knott County Central Morton Combs Athletic Complex and BB King Court as we're at the half. 24-16, Knott County Central over Hazard.
And if I'm not mistaken, man, a 16 is the lowest point total by the Bulldogs at a half this year.
I would probably guess in any of the games we have done, it's definitely a thumbs up on that. But the Bulldogs only with 2 points in the second quarter as Knott County Central played a methodical, moving the basketball, trying to get the open shots, and they've got 4 people in the scoring column, and that, like we said, that bodes well for the Patriots. Coach Huff getting an outstanding effort on the defensive end by Reed, but the only problem is he picked up that 3rd foul with 0.8 seconds to go in that first half.
Yeah,
and he is the only person in any foul trouble for either team, but he has been so vital on the boards, defense, and just getting after it down there underneath.
Yeah, I agree. And, Hazard just seemed really out of sync offensively with a few uncharacteristic turnovers.
Yep.
And, when you're the projected favorite, does that add more pressure to you when you're out there?
Always. And, you're playing Knott Central on their home court as well.
And Knott's kind of playing with house money. After losing in the district championship.
And you never know how a team will come back from, where you're expected to win. You don't win, and then you have the kind of effort that they've presented so far. Let's go with the stats. First for Knott County Central, Taylon Osborne has 8. Drake Sloan with 7. Jaden Hall did not score in the first half. Braxton Reed with 4. Chance Ambergy with 5. Connor Napier and Michael Gibson played, did not score. Scoring by quarters, first quarter 16 for Knott County Central. Second quarter 8 for a total of 24. For the Hazard Bulldogs, Dalton Combs with 2. Nick Ratliff with 2. Evan Eversole with 10. Ridge Beverly and Seth Cottle played and did not score. And rarely have I ever said that in the last 2 years of doing this. Trace Kincaid played, did not score. Tucker Johnson had 2. Scoring by quarters in the first quarter, they had 14. And in the second quarter, they had 2 for a total of 16. So 24-16 at the half. We've kind of talked a little bit about that, but give us that score over in the girls' 15th region. Do you remember what that score was?
I can't remember the score. I think it was
I got it right here. Circled it. Pikeville is, I don't know if you call it an upset or not, but over in the 15th region over at Pike County Central High School, Lawrence County defeats Pikeville 65-40. So a big win for Coach Feltner over in the 15th region, and that game is followed by Johnson Central and Prestonsburg.
Yeah, I would call it an upset. I kind of, in my mind, had it pretty much marked down. It was going to be a Pikeville Johnson Central championship game over there in the 15th, but Melinda has got her team playing well at the right time.
Yeah, and never know in tournament time. No. One and you're done, and Coach Holland in there, he's got to figure some stuff out.
Oh, they're going to be in there for a few minutes.
And Coach Huff, his teams are, you're playing well. You get back out on the floor and you stay loose.
Yeah, you said it with Dylan Combs with 2 points and Whitaker with none. That's something that.
Well, when you got Seth Cottle, and Seth Cottle comes in at 13.8, and he has no points. So you look for someone else. Dalton Combs, 10.1, he's got 2. And then, of course, Eversole's carried the scoring with 10. So when we come back, we'll talk a little bit more. So stay with us here on Hometown 24 and WYMT. Hazard 16, Knott County Central 24. We'll be right back.
My name is Colby, and I'm from Leslie County, Kentucky. I chose Alice Lloyd College because of the Appalachian Leader Scholarship, which covers my tuition. Attending Alice Lloyd College without worrying about the cost is priceless. Also, through the Student Work Program, ALC is helping me grow as a person. Here, I'm building character and leadership skills that will help me impact the future of the Appalachian region. Come visit us or learn more at alc.edu.
Home sweet home.
At First Federal Savings and Loan of Hazard, we've been providing our friends and neighbors the sweet dream of homeownership since 1960. We're proud to support the community we work and live in. That's why we take so much pride in providing competitive rates, low closing costs, and quick turnaround by local decision makers. Investing and growing our community is what we do. At First Federal Savings and Loan of Hazard, we believe that there's no place like our home. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Just want to watch the game.
Dad, turn on the ceiling fan. Use the gray remote. Hit power, then input.
It's not working.
That's the silver one.
It might be difficult to understand what all the remotes on your coffee table do. But with a Kentucky Farm Bureau agent in every county, at least it's easy to get great insurance. Kentucky Farm Bureau, big on commitment.
Next time, I'll just go to the game.
A lot has changed in 100 years. We've gone from the Model T to the electric car, from silent film to home theaters, and from the telegram to the iPhone. And through it all, People's Bank and Trust of Hazard has been there for local people. From paper checks to debit cards, from wire transfers to online banking, People's Bank has maintained a tradition of service while embracing the future for your financial needs. Celebrating a century of service to the mountains. People's Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
Welcome back to the Double Quick 14th Region first round game and the final first round game of the tournament. Knott County Central up 24-16. Jim, final thoughts before we go right into the third quarter?
Well, I think Knott County, if you're Knott County Central, just keep doing what you're doing, being patient, playing good defense, not taking a rush shot. But, Hazard's got to find a way to get those other players involved in the game.
So how do they do that?
I don't know. You'd mentioned, and I agree, running the offense through Everso, maybe bringing him down on the block instead of bringing him up high, and then trying to make the entry pass, let him pass back out to the wings. Maybe try to open up the lane, Caudle, deadly jump shooter, and getting him to penetrate. But, Talon Osborne has done an outstanding job defensively on him.
Yes, definitely. And, like we said, he's got the length and athleticism to cause problems. Okay. Coach Huff, he's got Reed with 3 fouls. Of course, Hazard knows that, and he's predominantly guarded ever so.
Well,
you try to get that 4th foul right off the bat.
Oh, exactly. I mean, you go at him right because there's such a big difference when you because Reed's strength, he can present a little bit of a problem for Everso in there.
Just as good as anybody can in this region.
Yes, I agree. So it'll be very interesting to see what these the chess match continue.
And it definitely will, and it'll be Hazard basketball to start off the third quarter, and we'll see right away. And you see Ratliff has made his way back now, so good to see that. And looks like Knott County Central will start their original 5 as well as Hazard, as we will start the third quarter. And thanks to everybody tuning in. Big shout out to Ryan Farmer, our man in Leslie County, tuning in.
Ryan's always watching. He loves the basketball.
And Roberta Wydell down at Western Kentucky. Sorry David couldn't be here tonight, guys. Looks like to me it's going to be man-to-man, and they're not guarding Johnson out there. Let's see what happens here. Everso with a 3, and it's going to be long. Rebound comes down to Hawes. It's knocked away by Ratliff.
And the Patriots are perfectly content with Everso's taking that shot out there.
Doesn't really put any pressure on him, and Reed can stay back a little bit.
That's exactly right. It gives him a chance to get the rebound. And the
backdoor goes to Sloan. Osborne 3 doesn't go. Rebound comes down to Dalton Combs. Coach is saying, push it up. Coach Holland gives it to Everso, and he lays it in. Nice give and go.
Yep, nice move.
12 points for Everso.
Yeah, 12 of the 18.
Sloan goes in, averts, and that's going to be almost stolen by Ratliff. Sloan into the lane, backtracks with a dribble. And they'll reset. Hall comes off the screen to Sloan.
He walked.
He sure did. He sure did. Good call by the official, and turnover Knott County Central. Hazard will inbound on the side, and Reed playing off down in the lane to Everso, gives it back to Ratliff. 3, it goes. Big time shot by Nick Ratliff.
Now we're down to a 3-point game, and it feels like Hazard's starting to gain a little momentum as Casey Huff says timeout.
And as a result of that 5-0 run, he's going to call a timeout, and that's going to be a full timeout. And we'll take a break, and when we come back, we'll see how it turns out.
TVS Cable has everything you need to stay entertained. Video services with all your favorite channels and local sports on Hometown 24. Ask about digital voice service for home and business. High-speed internet so you never fall behind in a game. There's something for all ages. We've got you covered. Sit back and enjoy everything TVS has to offer. Stay connected with TVS.
Since 1962, Citizens Bank and Trust of Jackson has been proud to serve the community. They care about the people of Breathitt County and are the only locally owned bank in the community. With 2 branches in Jackson and 1 in Beattyville, they're never too far away when you need them. And with the latest innovations in banking, keeping track of your finances has never been easier. Helping to grow Breathitt County as leaders for over 60 years. That's Citizens Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Welcome back to Knott County Central High School as the 5-0 run by the Hazard Bulldogs has drawn them within 24-21 of the Patriots. Coach Huff with a timeout, and we'll see what is going to transpire since the timeout. Pressure by Dalton Combs on Sloan. Ratliff getting his hand on the basketball, goes into Reed, and Reed is going to be fouled, and that foul is going to go against Ratliff, and it is, and that's Ratliff's first, and that will send Reed to the line where he is 0 for 1 on the evening. First one is no good.
Yeah, Knott County needs a bucket here to kind of stem the tide a little bit.
Second one is no good. Rebound Everso. Cottle with the basketball, gives it out to Ratliff. Ratliff goes in, and it rolls in. I thought it was coming out, Jim.
No, Ratliff, he spent some time on the bench from an injury, and he's came out rejuvenated.
Give him 7 and 5 in this quarter.
Now a 1-point game.
5.5 minutes. 7-0 run by the Hazard Bulldogs.
Boy, Hazard really ramping up the pressure.
Yes, they are. Ambergy floater, no good, and it's going to go off of Johnson.
Ambergy's been very quiet tonight.
Surprisingly, yes.
He hit that 3 early.
Sloan thought about it for a second, goes in the lane, does shoot it, and it goes.
Nice shot.
Give him 9.
Yeah, the senior has played so well this year.
Yeah. And when you talk experience, he's got it.
Yes.
He's loaded with experience. Everso with the angle off the board, misses it. Rebound to Hall.
Reed did a good job. Just hold his position, arm straight up, not pick up that 4th foul.
And, I was looking for that because usually Everso goes in there and tries to put his shoulder in and draw that contact. Sloan's being guarded by Everso. Thought there for a minute he was forcing everybody out. He shoots the 3, and it's going to come up, but there's Hall, and he puts it in. So there's the stem you were talking about as they go on a 4-row run of their own. And that's going to be Reed's 4th foul.
Yeah, that's trouble for the Patriots.
Yes, it is. And that's a smart play by Everso by taking him. And Gibson and Connor Napier both will come in as Osborne and Reed, who picked up that 4th foul, and he's going to sit a while.
Yeah, we will not see him to deep in the 4th quarter now.
And Coach Huff gives him a high five as he goes to the bench. Skip pass to Dalton Combs. Thought about it for just a second. Ratliff will back it out against the 2-3 zone of Knott County Central as we go to the 4-minute mark in the 3rd quarter. Everso to Johnson. They're playing back off of Johnson into Ratliff in the middle, and that's going to be a foul, and Hall kind of bailed him out on that one.
Yeah, he put himself in no man's land and got bailed out by the foul, but Ratliff came out in the 3rd quarter and really asserted himself.
Aggressive, very aggressive. 80% free throw shooter, Ratliff, and he will shoot 2. And the first one is long.
Yeah, Knott County still has done a really good job defensively on Hazard.
Second one is good. Ratliff with 8.
Yeah, Combs picking Sloan up at half court.
Sloan spin dribble into the lane, rolls it in.
Nice play by the senior Drake Sloan. Very, very crafty player.
And got it off, had the angle and utilized it and it spun ever so lightly into the goal. Give him double figures with 11. Knott Central staying in the 2-3. Cottle picked his dribble up.
Yeah, Cottle's got to figure out some way to get involved in the offense.
Combs, 3, good. And that's his first 3 on the night.
But, you know, he's one of those guys that when he hits one, he usually hits 3 or 4.
2 or 3 behind it is he's a 45% three-point shooter for the Bulldogs. Pressure full court, man-to-man by Hazard. Hall brings it across against Johnson. Backtracks, and here
Hazard really putting the pressure on the ball.
And it's going to be a turnover.
Very rare do you see that kind of emotion from Evan Everso as he comes out 40 foot from the basket and forces the turnover.
Cottle with the ball. Into the lane, and that's going to be his first 2 on the night.
Well, Hazard's starting to click.
And they draw within 1 point of the Patriots.
See if they continue the pressure man defense all over the court.
Sloan into the lane. Patriots into the lane, and he is fouled by Combs, and that will be his first. And Drake Sloan will go to the line for the first time tonight.
Drake Sloan shows no fear driving it in there amongst the tall timbers.
Oh, and he's a 62% free throw shooter, but you know, if they're going to put that intense pressure on the ball, you must beat your man, or you've got to come up with some kind of movement as Sloan knocks down the first. Osborne in for Gibson, Kincaid in for Johnson. Second one is good. 13 for Sloan. He don't want it to be his last game.
No.
Hazard trying to get into their offense here. Cottle into the lane, up off the board, misses it, but there's going to be a foul. And that foul plea, it will be on double alt to Taylor Osborne, his second. Yes. And that will send Caudle to the line where he is a 75% free throw shooter. First one, good. Second one, good.
A 1-point game as the third quarter's winding down.
And you know what? We may have another overtime.
Hey, I'm ready for it. That's just an extra cup of coffee in the morning. Look for Chance Amberger here to try to make something happen.
Osborne being guarded once again by Radliff, but Sloan has been the one that's been really active on the dribble drive. Into the lane once again, and it's going to be a turnover.
Yeah, he got in that time.
Got a little too deep,
yep.
Probably. Bulldogs looking to take their lead right here on this one with under that, getting to that minute mark. And there goes, and that's going to be a hold on Hall as Everso had the spin coming up.
And you know, Hall, there's nothing else he could do there.
And that's Hall's third foul. Kicker to Kincaid, three. And it doesn't go. Rebound comes down to Napier. Drake Sloan.
Rebound.
Hazard fans wanting a walk call. Right in front of the official. He says nope. And Hall goes right in after the Everso tried to get it. Everso with the rebound, and he's bringing it up. Gives it to Combs. Combs comes off Everso's screen. 28 seconds, third quarter.
Hazard going to be. I don't know if they're going to hope for the last shot. I guess they will.
Looks like isolation on Everso.
You know, Hall trying to front him to make that dip. And then Drake's just sagging behind.
6 seconds. Caudle jumper doesn't go. Rebound Osborne. And they're not going to get anything off. And that will end the third quarter, 32-31. We've got a good one here. Come back.
My name is Isabella, and I am from Madison County, Kentucky. Instead of choosing a larger university, I chose to attend Alice Lloyd College because I wanted a more personal college experience. The small class sizes provide a close relationship between students and professor that isn't possible at any other university. ALC is more than a place to learn, it is a place to grow, serve, and lead. Learn more at alc.edu.
No one likes an uninvited guest, especially when that guest is a potentially dangerous pest. So call Bluegrass Pest Management and let the pros take care of your problem. Locally owned and operated for over 40 years, providing much-needed jobs to local people. With 3 locations in Hazard, London, and Hindman, they treat rats, mice, roaches, bed bugs, termites, and many more. Open Monday through Friday and now servicing all of Kentucky. Say goodbye to your uninvited guests today. Call Bluegrass Pest Management.
This game's good. Welcome back to the fourth quarter. First round game of the Double Quick Boys Regional Tournament, 32-31, Knott County Central, and they'll have the basketball, Jim. And
you know, Knott County's led the whole game. 8 minutes left to find out who the final team to advance to the semifinals is.
And as they come out, guess who came back out for the Knott County Central Patriots?
Yeah.
Braxton Reed. So here we go. Connor Napier in for Knott County Central. Hazard with the same 5 they had to end the third quarter.
You know, Osborne's not scored since the first 3 minutes. He had that little burst. There we go.
And there's Ambergy, and he's fouled by Caudle. And off the air, we talked about Ambergy getting more involved in the offense, and right away, Coach Huff goes with the isolation, and he will pick up a couple of free throws. He made 2 early in the first quarter. And that one comes up short. Seth Cottle picked up his second foul on the shot. And the second one is no good as well.
Second Hazard take the lead for the first time.
We're about to find out. Ratliff into the lane, goes up. He's hit on the backside and he puts it in.
You know, Ratliff, arguably the most athletic kid on the Hazard team, and that time he uses a quick attack to the basket to draw the M1.
And used his left hand,
yes.
And where there was no way that they could get to it. It was Connor Napier who picked up his first foul, and Ratliff 1 of 2 on the night, make it 2 of 3, and give him 11 points on the evening after predominantly sitting out the second quarter.
And you see for the first time tonight, Hazard takes the lead. Can Knott County strike back?
And Drake Sloan goes up and says, I've got fouled, and that's going to be Seth Caudle's third foul, and Drake will go to the line where he's 2 for 2.
Yeah, I mean, I can't really state how important Drake has been tonight for the Patriots.
Oh, yeah. First free throw is long. You know, and he's the head of the machine. And if it wants to be well-oiled, it has to go through him. And he's missed the second one. And Dalton Combs with a rebound. And the free throw bugaboo has hit Knott County Central. 2 of 10 in the second half. No, excuse me, 2 of 8. And Ratliff, once again, being aggressive with a dribble. And Napier, I think, is going to pick up another foul. I think it's on the floor, and it is.
Yeah, Ratliff has really exerted himself.
And, you know, both teams have actively dribbled the ball to the basket now and picked up fouls. Caudle up. Doesn't go. Rebound comes down to Ambergy, and Ratliff got caught in there, and that's going to be Ratliff's second foul. So quickly, 5 fouls have been called in the first 1 minute and 6 seconds of the fourth quarter.
As you can tell, the pressure's starting to ramp up for both teams, and as they do, the more aggressive everybody plays.
Coach Huff with a call to Drake Sloan. He gets everybody positioned where he wants them. Back door.
Nice pass.
And Doug, he put it down. Osborne puts it down to put him in double figures. Big time backdoor call.
Yeah, there was no doubt when Osborne was going up at that one what was going to happen.
And Coach Holland is going to end that momentum a little bit by calling a 30-second timeout. And that was set up by the jab by Osborne. He looked to come to the ball, went backdoor and ball looking, and then he put it down.
Yeah, really nice play. Nice offensive set for the Patriots. And like so many times over the last 4 games, we are tied up in the fourth quarter, Manus Blair.
Yeah, and David Adams, if you're listening out there and watching, you're missing a dandy, as he calls it. First basket by Taylon Osborne since the first quarter, where he had those 8 quick points in the first quarter. Puts down the dunk, and he goes into double figures with 10. Got a little moisture in front of the Knott County Central bench, and they'll take care of that before we put the basketball into play. Thanks for everybody tuning in on WYMT Hometown 24, Facebook, YouTube, and wherever you may be, we thank you. You're getting to see another good basketball game after the Wolfe County-Estill County double overtime win for the Wolfe County Wolves, and they're waiting to see who they will play, and that's going to be all for Braxton Reed. That's going to be 5. Braxton Reed, excellent in his final basketball game, maybe. Who knows? He leaves with 4 points, but the defense and the rebounding was extraordinary tonight for Braxton Reed. And Hall will come in for the Patriots. And it's tipped by Osborne. Osborne's like a human pogo stick sometimes, and you saw that on the dunk. Into the backcourt, but not quite, as Kincaid goes back and gets it. 6-minute mark, tied all up at 34. Ratliff with the basketball goes to Everso. Ratliff with a pump fake, and they're going to call a walk.
Yeah, he picked his step up.
And that's turnover hazard. Patriots bringing it up. Drake Sloan. Coach Huff pointing to where he wanted his players to go to. Both teams with 3 apiece, and Everso is going to get called for the foul, and that's Everso's first, team foul number 4. So from this point on, with 5:38, the Patriots will be shooting free throws on a foul.
And, you know, we've talked about that all year. The Patriots is just not a great free throw shooting team.
And a little bit of moisture is Drake Sloan, who took that foul from Everso. A lot of moisture, a lot of sweat going on between all those guys, playing very hard. Tucker Johnson in the basketball game for Kincaid.
And that's probably a good defensive substitution in there. You know, Kincaid, a really good outside shooter, but Johnson helps him with the rebounding.
Ambergy with the basketball out front. Napier to Sloan.
Where the pressure is really becoming, you know, the intensity is palpable here.
And and they go to the floor, and it's going to be a tie-up, and the arrow will go to Hazard.
Yeah, costly turnover, and Evan Everso once again at the top of the key, poking the ball loose.
Yeah, he took that chance, but coming off his man and deflects the ball, and then they were able to pick it up. And Everso, I think a Strout was loose, and Coach Hurt helped him a little bit there on the bench. Nearing that 5-minute mark, and fans are starting to get on the edge of their seat, or they're standing up now.
And we're still tied up. You know, so far, Ratliff has really been the catalyst here in the second half. Do they go to him one more time?
Got 9 points in the second half. Goes to Everso, and they're going to call steps on Everso. So another turnover without getting a shot up for the Bulldogs.
Both teams having a little trouble with turnovers.
And as you said, the heat has been picked up by both on the defensive end. So got to have a little bit more value on the basketball right now. And a little bit, as David Adams always says, spacing is necessary here. Osborne against Everso. Will he try to take him? He does. Goes in, and it's blocked by Everso out of bounds. So nice play by Everso.
Yeah. You know, and Everso, you know, he's not the fastest. He doesn't jump the highest, but he just does all the little things that make him a very, very good player.
A heady basketball player.
Cerebral.
Yes, cerebral. Thank you. And a timeout is going to be called by Coach Huff, and it's going to be a 30-second timeout by Coach Huff. Setting the stage here, the Patriots with 3 fouls, Hazard with 4. Possession arrow will be going toward Knott County Central. Coach Huff bailed out the potential loss of the basketball, and each possession now becomes more and more valued. And especially, you know, when it's a close basketball game. That goes without saying. Ball will be inbounded by Connor Napier underneath. Kick out to Hall.
I still think right now Amberger's got to be the guy for Knott Central.
Look for Osborne here. Going to go against Everso. Crossover. Puts another one down. Wow. Got to be careful on that now. Got to be careful. Excellent dunk, but you got to watch about the taunt.
Boy, Osborne, you know, we've said it all year that he has the athleticism to take over a game.
And you know what I said in the preview show that we did at the beginning, that I thought he would be the breakout player. Maybe he's waiting to the most opportune time to do that. Give him 12. I got really excited for him there. And it's deflected back to Everso, and he is going to be fouled by Osborne on the way up, and that's going to be his 3rd.
Yeah. And Everso, when he gets the ball in there deep and both hands on it, he will not be denied.
No. Everso only 2 points here in the second half. Now both teams, after that 4th foul on the Patriots, both teams from the 3:29 mark on will shoot free throws, and Everso misses the first.
Everso uncharacteristically has not shot the ball well from the line tonight.
0 for 3. Second one is good.
Not going to continue to pressure everybody at man.
And it's deflected. Is it stolen? It is stolen in that deep right corner by Ratliff. Hazard looking to go ahead.
As Al Holland holds up the fist, calling the offense.
Hazard Bulldog fans on their feet.
Oh, what a great atmosphere.
Caudle is fouled by Sloan, and that's going to send Caudle to the line. Drake Sloan's 2nd foul. Caudle 2 of 2 on the night, 4 points in the game. First one is good.
And we're all tied up.
Yes, took the words right out of my mouth. Can he put the Bulldogs ahead? And he does. Big steal by Nick Ratliff. 3 minutes to go, Jim. Everybody hold on. Goes into Amberg against Combs, and he is going to be fouled by Johnson. And that foul was on Johnson, yes, the 2nd. Ambergy will go to the line for 2. And makes the first.
We're tied up again at 2:47.
And there you go. He makes both. And Knott Central goes ahead, 38-37, 2:44 to go.
What do you think?
And that's going to be a timeout, and that's going to be a full timeout. And we will take a break. 38-37, Knott County Central. Oh, we're going to stay here. It's a 30-second, my bad. I was looking at my numbers, and we'll stay here at 38-37, 2:41. And once again, the arrow pointing toward Knott County Central. Both teams, once again, will shoot 2 fouls shots each time they are fouled. We'll see what takes place here. Hazard basketball on the sideline. Knott County Central in the 2-3 zone. Always in that 2-3 zone, you got to know where Nick Ratliff and Dalton Combs are for the Hazard Bulldogs. Cottle into the lane, 15-footer. There's that patented jumper.
Cannot let him have that shot uncontested.
And that was set up by a nice screen out there on the elbow. Cottle with 8. Puts Hazard up by 1. Sloan to Ambergy. Osborne with the basketball. Two minutes to go. Ambergy back out to Hall. Once again, I'm thinking the same thing you are, Jim. I want Chance Ambergy to be aggressive, but Osborne says I will be, but cut off by ever so. Gets it caught on his leg. Hazard fans want a double dribble. Hall goes in, puts it in, misses it. Rebound comes down to Everso with 1:24 to go.
Not the shot that the Patriots wanted after that possession.
And Coach Huff says go man to man. Remember, any foul will put the Bulldogs on the line as they go wide here with their offense. Cottle breaking the count. Under 1 minute, he shoots the basketball and knocks it down.
Cottle saved it all for the last minute.
Knott County Central down 3. Sloan into the lane, left hand misses it. Rebound Ratliff. And we've got a foul on Sloan, and that's going to be his 3rd. And that will send the Bulldogs to the line with 47.8 seconds to go. And Nick Ratliff will be the one going to the line. 11 points, 2 of 3 from the line. And it's long.
Woo! Big free throw missed right there. But this one here looms large.
A lot of pressure when you're up there on that free throw line. Nobody on the line for the Hazard Bulldogs. Ratliff knocks it down. 2-possession game. Timeout, Hazard, full timeout. We'll stay here. Quickly, once again, you've got to move that basketball up the floor. If you've got a 3, take it. Otherwise, taking it to the goal. If you get fouled, you can go to the line. You roll it in there. Not sure about the timeout situation for Knott County Central. Coach Holland probably going to use some token pressure.
Oh, yes.
Nothing aggressive, trying to use up time. Coach Huff is saying take the ball actively. If you get cut off and someone's open, kick it for the 3. Otherwise, you're taking it in there. Remember, tomorrow night we'll be at Memorial Gym in Hazard. As in the 14th Region Girls, it will be Letcher Central against Hazard at 6. And following that game will be the Breathitt County Lady Cats against Knott County Central. So tune us in if you can.
Oh, plenty of basketball this week.
Jaden Hall to inbound for the Patriots. Can run the baseline. Token pressure once again comes into Sloan. Got to push it up. See what Coach Huff has come up with.
Now you want to get a good shot here.
Sloan with the isolation goes up.
What a shot by Drake Sloan.
And timeout, Coach Huff.
Wow.
Hung, and used the backboard and put it in, giving Sloan 15 points on the night.
Drake Sloan has worked so hard tonight, Manus, attacking the go with just fierce courage.
Okay, who you going to foul? Let's go down. Dalton Combs, 86%. Nick Ratliff, 80. Everso, 70. Seth Cottle, 75. And Tucker Johnson, 56.
Well, I think that's rather obvious on that.
Yes.
But I don't think that Tucker Johnson will be touching the ball. And I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't
throwing
come
it
out.
in. He's probably going to be the guy throwing it in if it's not Seth Cottle. So then on the set, you've got 31.8. Coach Holland talking to Evan Everso and his troops. Coach Huff released his one last thing to say to him here, and he's talking about him coming directly to the ball. So look for full frontal pressure, making him throw it over the top. And I see only 4 Bulldogs.
Yeah, it's really
but I see Tucker Johnson come off the bench there.
He's playing a little snake in the grass back there.
Yeah, I thought he was there for a second. Inbounds comes in to Cottle, and quickly Drake Sloan commits his 4th foul. And once again, they're going to lengthen the ball game as much as they can. Cottle, who has made all 4 free throws in the game. First one is good. The second one to make it a 2-possession basketball game.
Cottle's come up clutch here in the last 2 minutes of this game.
He has, and I think Coach Holland says if he makes this one, I want a timeout. Second one is good, and there is the timeout. So big-time free throws by Seth Cottle. In this half, he has been 6 of 6. And we said earlier, we never seen him with 0 at halftime, and now he has 12. So he has pulled up his bootstraps and went to work on the free throw line and made those patented 15-foot jump shots. Once again, Knott County in the same situation. Last time they went isolation with Drake Sloan down the left-hand side as they cleared through with Osborne. Let's see if Coach Huff draws up the same, or will he come up with something different with 30.6 seconds to go. Once again, the arrow goes toward Knott County Central,
which can play huge in a tie ball situation.
Same group for Knott County Central, no subs. For the Hazard Bulldogs, same 5. And Hazard elects not to pick up full court this time. They're going to pick them up at the half-court line. And it looks like they're going to be in a 2-3, guys.
Just try to keep that penetration down.
And that causes Knott County Central.
Not what they were expecting.
And that's going to be a timeout as Coach Holland comes up and changes defenses, and as a result of that, Knott Central could not get anything, and 9 seconds essentially went off the clock
for Knott.
And that is valuable seconds. So credit to Coach Holland for changing up the defenses. I don't know how many times we've seen them this year, but rarely have we seen them in a 2-3 zone.
Yeah, you know, he's been doing it for a while.
A very long time. 700 and some odd wins for the man. Coach Huff talking to his troops and
Now,
looking up. And
does he
yes,
switch defenses again?
I think he will go back to man-to-man. And on the first horn, Ambergy will put the basketball in on this sideline and I think Hazard has one timeout left. Did not see the number of timeouts for Knott County Central. Comes into Sloan, and they're in a 3-2 defense this time, so they did switch up.
Oh, boy.
Ambergy with a three, doesn't go. Rebound comes down to Johnson, and that's going to be a foul with 7.9 seconds to go.
Yeah, that should do it, Manus.
And that foul is going to be on Connor Napier, his third. And that will send Caudle to the line for 2 more free throws.
Caudle not missed a free throw.
And he still has it. This one to make it a full 2 opportunity. And that one will go. Sloan with a long three. It doesn't go. Rebound to Ambergy. Shoots it up, misses it. Caudle with a rebound, and Hazard will move on. 46-40. Nice effort by Knott County Central, and when we come back, we'll have stats, we'll have the post-game show, so stay with us.
This is the 4th app. I don't remember any of these passwords.
With so many subscriptions, it can be impossible to keep up.
Who said that?
Don't worry about who I am. Worry about all the money you're losing paying for all these subscriptions.
I have to use like 13 to watch all the shows I want to watch.
Then sign up for TVS. With TVS, you have all your favorite shows with just one bill. So stop throwing away money and throw away those subscriptions.
Magellan, what should we do with all this money we save by switching to TVS?
If you're looking for a convenient pharmacy location with a friendly, caring staff, look no further than Heinemann Pharmacy, located inside the new Heinemann Primary Care Center. Our pharmacy is open Monday through Friday from 8:30 to 6:30, but always stays open until the last patient is seen. Whether you need to pick up your refills in our drive-thru, need a favorite medicine for your little ones, or something to feel better after a visit to the clinic, the Heinemann Pharmacy inside Primary Care has got you covered. Located at 425 Heinemann Bypass. Call the Heinemann Pharmacy at 785-0513.
Come right to the source and get the region's best basketball coverage. HT24 puts you right in the middle of the action, and it's free to watch on Facebook. Watch the state's most exciting basketball right here with HT24.
In Kentucky, we understand what matters: family, friends, community. But sometimes we hurt. At Mountain Comprehensive Care Center, we believe in hope, and Mountain's behavioral health professionals want to be there for you every step of the way. Together, we can overcome the challenges of depression, PTSD, addiction, and so much more. With behavioral health centers throughout Kentucky, your story of recovery begins at Mountain Comprehensive Care Center.
In today's world, staying connected is more important than ever. We're not just here to sell you a plan or a phone. We're here to serve you because we live and work right here in the communities we call home. At Appalachian Wireless, you're not just another customer. You're our neighbor, a friend, and a part of our family. We're here to keep you connected to what matters most. Because we are you. We are Appalachian Wireless.
For over 25 years, we fought for Kentuckians injured through no fault of their own. During that time, we've traveled all across the country to take that fight to some of the biggest insurance carriers and corporations in the world. That kind of dedication is what's needed to get every dollar you deserve. If you've been injured in a motor vehicle collision caused by someone else's fault, Call Bates & Sloan right now and let us fight for you. The first consultation is free, and the attorney you see that first day will be the same attorney you see from the beginning of your case to the end. That's our promise to you at Bates & Sloan.
And welcome back as the Hazard Bulldogs have advanced 46-40 to face the Wolfe County Wolves. And Jim,
well,
it's a battle.
Manus, all 4 tickets have been punched on to the next round now, and every single game. I don't remember a regional tournament where all these games came down to the last seconds, and this has been just an amazing opening round. And oh my goodness, what do we have in store for us for the rest of this tournament?
I don't know, but my heart goes out to Knott County. They played well, played hard, just didn't come up with some different things real quickly. Osborne with 12, Sloan with 15, Hall with 2, Reed with 4, Ambergy with 7. And, you know, it's just really tough for the seniors. Drake Sloan, Braxton Reed, you know, losing their last game here, but it was a roll battle. For Hazard, 5 for Combs, Ratliff with 12, Everso with 13, Cottle with 14, and Tucker Johnson with 2. And I believe we ready down there with Josh Deaton? No, we're not. Once again, tomorrow night we'll be at Hazard's Memorial Gym for the semifinals. And so now we're going to go down to Josh Deaton. He has Coach Holland and Evan Everso.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the post-game show. I'm here with Coach Al Holland of the Hazard Bulldogs, and also Evan Everso is our UK Healthcare Jim Buchanan Medical Center 14th Region Tournament Player of the Game. Evan, tell us a little bit about coming in tonight and how you guys prepared for Knott County.
We knew it was going to be rough, you know, playing them at their place. They got a great bunch. They're well coached, and we knew it was going to be rough, but we weathered the storm, and we was lucky enough to get the win.
Now, Evan, you're the 14th Region Player of the Year. Let's talk a little bit about that and coming into tonight's game. I know, you know, looking back on the season, what a season you've had. You know, has every game that we've had so far, we were talking earlier, has been a championship caliber type game. You know, did you feel like that tonight?
Yeah, they didn't quit. You got to give them that. No matter what runs we came by or how many we scored, they still stayed in it. They still scored, and it made it hard. You know, I'm just glad we came out with a win.
Absolutely, Coach. Let's talk a little bit about your preparation coming in. You know, we've said it all week long. We think Hazard is obviously one of the top teams in this region. And coming into tonight, how do you prepare your guys for a game like this?
Well, we played a really difficult schedule this year, and I think, typically speaking, if we hadn't played as competitive schedule as we had, we would have lost tonight.
Correct me if I'm wrong. You've only lost 2 games this season. One being in the All-A, and the other being away from here.
Right, down in Gatlinburg, in the Christmas tournament down there, played a team that beat us out of Tennessee or Georgia one.
Yeah.
But,
seeing that kind of competition, how does that prepare you for a game like tonight?
Well, you know, when the chips are down, we wouldn't play them very well. We played the worst half of the year, the first half, and you have to give them credit. They played really good defense, and our shots wasn't falling. Low-scoring game, I think 24-16 halftime, and you know, we scored only 2 points second quarter, and that killed us, you know. But the guys come out, got together halftime, made a couple adjustments there, and they come out a little fire. Got unguarded, and we started scoring some, taking the ball to the rim, making some plays. And I have to give our guys all the credit in the world. They could have laid down and quit, but it was our worst half of the year. But we played really well the second half and beat a good basketball team. They're a big team, you know.
Yeah.
The coach does a good job with them. They're well coached. They got some nice players. Drake played really well tonight. The Osborne kid played great. He had a couple dunks there back door and things. But they've just got a good, solid ball club. You know, it's one of those games that nobody wants to play them. You know,
Right.
I mean, it's a tough draw for us. First game in the regional tournament, play them on their home floor, and we knew it was going to be a tough game.
Absolutely, absolutely. And that's what we had mentioned. Coach Huff came and spoke with us yesterday. You know, that, like Brady said earlier, you know, it is kind of a home court advantage, you know, getting to play here. And I made the statement that, you know, it's kind of like cooking in your own kitchen. You know where your favorite things are, you know, and you can go there and you can go to those. Evan, back to you. How would you like to be remembered as a basketball player here in the 14th region?
Really, more than anything, I mean, more than being a player, I want to be remembered as being a good dude. You know, people, you know, basketball only goes so far in life. And, I mean, I want people to remember me as, you know, I was always good to everyone, you know. But as a basketball player, I want to go to Rupp.
Absolutely.
I mean, you know, we had the best team 2 years in a row, just ain't been able to get it done, and I'd love to go this year. Senior year, couldn't go out a better way.
Guys, you heard it here first. We're going to sign off tonight. Be sure to join us tomorrow up at Memorial at 6 o'clock. And then we also got 8. Guys, thank you very much. Evan, congratulations for moving on. Coach, congratulations. Look forward to following you in the tournament. Be back here Saturday at 3 o'clock.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yep, absolutely. Guys, good luck.
Thank you.
Nestled in the mountains of Appalachia, along the Purpose Road, is a hidden gem, Alice Lloyd College. For 100 years, ALC has been providing opportunities.
Opportunity to learn from the best.
Opportunity to work for my education.
Opportunity to serve my community.
Opportunity to become a leader.
Opportunity to find my life's purpose.
Apply now to find your purpose at Alice Lloyd College.
We have determined that you have early onset Alzheimer's disease.
Why me? How could I have prevented this?
Research shows that reducing stress levels, not partaking in substance abuse, and being aware of safety measures are a few ways to prevent it.
So how quickly can this progress?
There's no definitive timeline. Everyone is different.
TVS has made a commitment to bringing you the best channel lineups and most diverse video packages available. We are proud to introduce Broadband TV, our newest and most affordable video package yet. 48 of the most watched channels we offer, some new channels only available with this package, and over 300 of the best free ad-supported channels available, all for only $29.95.
Great communities attract talented people to live, work, and raise their families. We're committed to delivering future-proof broadband so our friends, families, and neighbors can live rich lives in smart rural communities across America. Your community is our community. We're your rural broadband partners. You do great things. We make great things possible.
My name is Emily, and I'm from Laurel County. When I was searching for a college, I wanted to find a place that felt like home and where I could make a difference. The moment I stepped on Alice Lloyd's campus, I knew this was where I belonged. There's a sense of community here and a focus on serving others that you can't find at other colleges. For me, it wasn't just about continuing education. It was about being a part of something bigger. Apply now to find your home at alc.edu.
For over 100 years, the Bank of Hyman has been committed to serving our community and serving the future of our families, homes, and businesses. With our new convenient online banking, viewing your account balance and history, transferring money, and paying bills has never been easier or more secure. And with the construction of our new headquarters, we've renewed our promise to Hyman to stand by our customers even in troubling economic times, because we're not just your bank, we're your neighbors. That's the Bank of Hyman. Log on to www.bankofhyman.com or give us a call at 606-785-3158.
Welcome back to Hometown 24's coverage of the 14th Region Boys Basketball Tournament, sponsored by Harmonic. Josh, what a crazy game that we had here tonight.
Absolutely.
Honestly, not much expected, but we had a great game.
Oh yeah, had a great second night, first round of the boys 14th Region.
That wraps it up for the first round.
Absolutely.
Now on tomorrow we will head back to Memorial Gym in Hazard. As we see the semifinals of the girls tournament.
Yeah, we have Letcher County. We'll be bringing you coverage of Letcher County Central and Hazard. They'll be playing tomorrow at 6.
Yes, sir.
Pre-game.
5:30.
I'm not sure who'll be on.
I don't think I'll be here. I think Wes will be here.
I'll miss you. I'm the face of the company. And then we'll have Breathitt County and Knott Central, a good old-fashioned slugfest, I'm sure, at 8 o'clock.
Sir.
You know, and we put these times out there, but then you have a game like we had earlier. You know, against
and those get thrown off a little bit,
and those times do get thrown off a little bit.
For sure.
What an exciting time.
Oh, yeah.
I'm super happy that you and I can be a part of this.
Yes, sir.
It's really fun getting to come out and watch these games and and do all that we do. It's been phenomenal talking with these guys.
Yes.
We spoke with Evan and Coach Creech of the Wolves and Coach Al Holland and earlier and Caleb Creech, and just phenomenal gentlemen.
On Saturday, we'll return right here to the Morton Combs Athletic Complex to see the semifinals as we see Breathitt County take on Powell County and Hazard take on Wolfe County. Two great matchups. I expect to see, more championship caliber games.
Oh yeah.
We've seen them. We've seen them all. We've seen them all.
Nothing but that.
Yeah,
and we
exactly.
talked about that the first night up at Memorial. You can expect these first-round matchups, these second-round matchups, and then you're going to get the championship, but you feel like you've already been there.
Yeah. Then, after we see those semifinal games of the boys tournament, we'll wrap up everything here at the Morton Combs Athletic Complex, and we'll head back to Memorial Gym in Hazard for the girls' championship game, and then back here on Monday for the boys' championship game. Yes, sir.
Busy day Saturday. You better get your going shoes on, Brady. Better get your going shoes on.
Yes, sir.
And like you said, we'll be back here Monday to bring you the championship game, but we're not going to get into that.
No.
We're not going to get into that today. We're gonna pack up here.
Yes, sir.
Go home and get some rest and prepare for the semifinals of the girls.
We'll see y'all again tomorrow.
Stay tuned. We're out.